guys, welcome to the other side of my living room. I just made a video earlier today, but I wanted to come back on and talk about a video that I just saw on social media. And I was like, I don't typically do reaction videos. I'm definitely not trying to start a smear campaign or to bring anybody else down, but it was not disturbing, but just and I just wanted to put this out there because I think it's important for someone who is excited to be a new equestrian, excited to be getting out there and doing the damn thing and being social and meeting new people and all the things, to just really slow down on the buzz and the so let me first tell you what the hell I'm even talking about. So she was a content creator, and she was sharing all of the DC, Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, and possibly South Carolina horseback riding trails event coming up. Obviously, she was a sister. And so, she's just kind of like, you know, y'all check out all the details. Don't be DMing me talking about some, oh no, I'm sorry I missed it. And I guess it was all well and good. It was very lighthearted, but those type of things, even like parades and anything where it's a whole bunch of people, and I'm not saying they're all strangers. You might have connections with these groups. It's one thing to be, first of all, know the group. Okay, so for example, I have seen a writers club in North Carolina, which isn't far from me. And, they have trail rides. They have a Facebook group. And you could probably reach out and say, hey, my name is such and such. I'm interested in joining a trail. Now, whatever steps and protocol they have to kind of vet who comes, where, what, how, that's. But I think when things are like public free-for-alls and it involves horses and strangers, large groups, and music and the cookout vibes, it can be very dangerous for novice riders because it's deeper than just ride in a straight line, show up, unload your horse. Even if you have a horse and trailer, a trailer and a truck, or you have a lease that can go off site like I did. I could have taken my horse anywhere I wanted to go. It was included in the contract, or done a show or something like that. You need support. That's the first thing. So you don't need to do this stuff alone. And you don't need to be going to events or trail rides or anything like that where you don't know the standard. You don't know anything about the lay of the land and the setup and what to expect. And you definitely don't know how everybody does what they do. And I hate to generalize, but like attracts like. And so people that cut corners and take shortcuts and are just laxy-daisy about everything, that's exactly what you're going to get. And in those situations, accidents can happen. I'll use myself as an example. I had met a circle of horse people in my area. It was so random, and how I met the guy. But he was like, oh, I know this equestrian, I know that equestrian. But he put a bug in my ear and said, now, they're nice people, but they do things differently. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, so, for example, such and such, I've seen them use bungee cords to tie their horses. Not what I do, not the safest thing. So, it's not that they're bad people, but they do things their way. You need to know who does what, how they do it, because that's going to affect you if people are doing things that are unsafe. So let's go back to okay, these events all sound great and fun, but somebody's riding a little too tipsy. Somebody's horse is not spook proof, and they up there, and somebody's music is a little too loud, or somebody brings a dog, or somebody brings an ATV, or heaven forbid a four-wheeler, and someone's horse is spook, or someone actually is a little too rough on their horses and making you uncomfortable. All these things go into play when you think you're just gonna roll up to an event, a shindig, a cookout, a trail ride, a party. Slow it down. Know the group, know the vibe, know the atmosphere, know the standard. This makes me think of I had met two different people, and they did like the fox hunts, the hunter jumper stuff. Same kind of thing where, they're like, yeah, it's all fun and good, but it's very uppity. A lot of etiquette, a lot of rules, a lot of this is allowed, that's not allowed. Your gear has to be up to par. You have to wear certain things. You have to have the right tack. You have to be invited. You have to pay a membership. And it's you have to be an expert rider. You cannot just be like, I bought a horse, I want to do hunter jumper, and then buy a suit and a helmet and think you're gonna ride up there and keep up with these people. Like, you really have to know how to ride, on top of the whole vibe that it's giving. Like, it's not for everybody. And so going back to this thing where it's like everybody's invited to the cookout, y'all come on down. It's like, don't be telling people that they should come on down, because again, there has to be a level of like, let's think about this for a second. Like, I'm sure you're welcome, but should you go? Should you really go? Let's talk about how people treat their horses. When people, I've seen videos now that I'm really getting into the understanding of the basics of the right horsemanship and the right way to do things, the right way to ride, the right way to position your body and all these things. So, and I'm not talking about novices, because y'all know I have posted videos on here that I was doing everything wrong. And I was thinking I was doing everything right. I'm not talking about learners. I'm talking about people that are like, yeah, 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 we ride. And it's like, you're too hard in their mouth. You're driving them too hard. Your seat is horrible, but you're showing these clips in this information as if you are the expert, you are the standard, you are the go-to. And it's like, that's not. I think that's a very dangerous place to be. And that's why in my video that I made about knowing what to look for in an instructor in a facility, and with now your social groups as far as equestrians go, you know what's right and what's wrong, what's backwards and what's like, same thing with people. Y'all know the type of people that, like, their dog is like in the backyard, malnourished. I was about to say skinny, skin and bone, malnourished, having litter after litter after litter. And everyone's like, oh yeah, 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 they breed puppies. You're like, this is not, no, he is not a breeder. This is some ghetto mess. Don't buy no dog from him. He is not, no. You know what I mean? Got the dog with this chain, and they heard all this crazy stuff, feeding the dog gunpowder, whatever they're doing. That's for like the fighting and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical. I'm just saying, like, you need the same thing with dog people. Everybody's not for everybody, and people be doing what they do, and it don't be solid. Same thing with horse people. So just be safe, be mindful, use your intuition, use that, like, read the people, and make sure that you vet before you go to these events. Just pull up and blah 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 blah. I know for me, my goal when I first started riding was, I just want to do trails. I just want to go out on the trails. Well, little did I understand that you still need to be not only a decent rider, you need to be a problem solver. You need to know basic first aid. You need to know what to look out for. You need to know how to handle any situation. Your horse could spook. A deer could jump out. A dog could be out there. A random stranger could be walking. We did a group trail, and we crossed over some train tracks, and there was a guy backpacking, and it was so awkward. I mean, he did the head nod, and hello. But had I been out there by myself, I'd have been like, oh my God, like, run away. Like, I'm galloping off on my horse. And then there was another time where we hit a back road, dirt road. And then all of a sudden we came up on a construction site. So there was these loud tractor trailer, dump truck type of trucks bringing, loads of gravel and dirt. And thank God our horses were pretty solid. They were pretty bomb-proof. They did not spook, and they did not get overwhelmed with the size of these trucks chugging toward us. You know what I mean? And we were able to get to the side, walk in a straight line. You really have to know. I mean, anything could break. There might be a small creek or a tree down, a limb down. All the things that you need to know how to guide your horse. Because think about it, horses they are naturally they're not predators. So naturally their instinct is to flee. That's what I'm trying to say. So as the rider, it is your job to ensure that your horse feels safe with your guidance and your direction. Like, okay, we're going to go this way now. They are looking to you for that, like, and again, I'm not saying that horses don't intuitively know how to handle certain situations when they're trained and acclimated to like work up to that. They have to be encouraged to like be okay with like, look, it's just a little creek and water, so it's not gonna bite you, it's not gonna get you, we're gonna go over now, watch your, watch the other horse go over, now you can go over. Like, these things happen with horses, like there's sometimes they're unsure, so they're either looking to you for that guidance and that confidence, or other horses. Like, okay, they went, I can go. You know what I mean? So all these different things, again, you have to know how to communicate that to your horse. So the knowing how to ride, the knowing, having that confidence, having that surety, having that practice, having that experience, so important before everybody and their mama just jumps out here, loads up a horse trailer, and shows up to all these random, and it's great to see. Don't get me wrong, but I think you just need to slow it down a little bit. Um, yeah, because that's a lot to that's a lot going on if you just don't know how to navigate those situations. So be safe, happy riding, happy trails if you are going somewhere. And if you're interested, do something, start out, like, if you want that experience, and obviously this video spoke to you, try a dude ranch. Try, there are facilities where they know exactly what they're getting you into. They know the trail like the back of their hand, they know their horse like the back of their hand. Do something like that where you can just do a group trail ride with the facility that has insurance, waivers, coverage, staff, everything you need. Okay? You know, start off slow, or go find a group, go a couple times without your horse, meet the people, get a vibe. If they're even going to be a good mesh with you, and then, like I said, go a couple times without your horse, and then if you have maybe your trainer or a horse friend that is a little bit more experienced, and you can go with you and bring your horse and their horse, and you have a buddy system. You just have that backup, so you're not just dependent on someone that you just met too soon. You know what I mean? Because you need that support. You really need that, like, extra eyes, that extra, like, it, trust me. Be safe instead of sorry later. Thank you for watching. Into the next one. Peace. Bye.